All right, folks, I know it's been a few days. I want you to just try to put out all the spin from the right and the left about last Thursday's debate between Biden and Trump. And we need to have a serious discussion about this election as a whole, because what's happening here is disgusting. First of all, welcome to CHRISTOSOPhy, everybody, the show where we talk about relevant topics and we shine light into the darkest of places and spaces. This episode will be no different. There are not many spaces darker than politics. So it's YouTube. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss. Now, let me preface this whole video by saying, I've said it before on this channel, I'll say it again, politics is not the answer. Politics does not fix what's wrong with human beings. We don't need better laws, we need better people. But for those who are into politics and want to get involved and think that, you know, changing this one person when our whole government has become so corrupted, changing this one person is really going to do a lot. Let's talk about the debate. Thursday night, 9 p.m., Joe Biden and Trump had a debate. And listen, you can go to a myriad of different videos to just see all the fact checking and see how many times Trump lied or Biden lied or distorted the truth. The truth is, both of them did both of those things, in my opinion. What we're going to talk about is the elder abuse that's taking place. Listen, you don't have to support Trump. You don't have to support Biden. That's fine. But what we do need in this country is leaders who are physically and mentally capable of doing the job. I mean, we can't even, if you apply for a job today, you see that little box that says, check if you're comfortably able to lift 50 pounds. Now, here's a legitimate question for both candidates, but clearly more so for Biden. 4 years at that age can do anything. It can produce anything. Even if you think, oh, well, Trump is fit as a fiddle. Even if Biden was fit as a fiddle at both of their age, 4 years is not nothing. Now, some people are going to say, okay, you're blowing this out of proportion. Listen, when your own president, former President Barack Obama, puts up a tweet like this, and of course, he's going to support his candidate. He's going to say this is a choice between someone who's telling the truth and somebody who's lying. Of course, we would expect that. But even he acknowledged that this was a bad performance, not a rough night. It was bad, unanimously. It was actually kind of refreshing because it's been a while since both sides of the aisle have been able to come together on anything, really. But everyone agreed that this was not it. And like I said, of course, Obama's going to support his candidate. But what maybe he didn't realize he was exposing here is that we didn't just find this out last Thursday. Many people on both sides of the aisle have been questioning Biden's physical and mental ability to perform the roles of being president. Shaking hands, kissing babies, traveling all around the world on planes, signing things. You have to be able to consider legislation and all those kind of things that have to do with being the president. One thing you don't hear from the left is that Trump had a bad physical night. They're coming at him clearly on saying that he lied and this and that. And again, have fun, go fact check all that. But nobody said that he was physically not there, like he was mentally losing his train of thought, this and that. And listen, this is not Joe Biden's fault, okay? So all the people who are out there like, oh, he's so terrible, this can happen to Trump in 4 years too, right? You can't control, if something goes wrong with your mind when you get a little bit older, if you're physically not able to do what you used to be able to do, that's not your fault. And we should have compassion for whether Trump or Biden, okay? Because we don't want to see anybody get hurt. But what I'm seeing and what's actually disgusting about this is, I mean, we got to be breaking some kind of elder abuse laws, right? I mean, Anderson Cooper had an interview with Kamala on CNN, and he was pushing her on the fact that this dude's performance, Biden's performance, was concerning at best, okay? And I'm paraphrasing. And Kamala basically refused to acknowledge that it was a factor, okay? And you see the same sentiment from Obama in the tweet that I showed earlier, saying, oh, it was a one-off. No, it's been one of the main concerns that everybody who's not a right Republican conservative supporting Trump, basically everybody else on the left, middle, have been saying, yeah, the thing with Biden, even if you like his policies and this and that, it's the physical with Biden. So what does this mean? Where do we go from here? You don't have to support Trump. You don't have to like what he says. You don't have to like him as a person. But the Democrats need a new candidate. They need someone who is physically and mentally able to perform the job. And listen, you may not like the candidate. You may not agree with all of his points. But if you even agree with 50%, 60% of their points, then they're better at this point than Joe Biden. Okay, we cannot go. They're supposed to have two debates. We can't go through this again. What I would like to see personally is a fair election between both sides and the people decide what direction they want to take this country. But when you have somebody, it's not even a fair competition because Biden is so clearly not all together. This is not a partisan issue. Democrats need to get this fixed. They need to get Biden the help that he needs because just ignoring the problem doesn't fix it. It makes it worse. And it's not just hurting Biden as a man, as a person, and his family. This is the highest position in the land. It's affecting the entire country. Could you imagine one of the sharp leaders around the world, regardless of whether you agree with them or not, could you imagine them sitting down with Biden to have a conversation about almost anything? Again, there was a moderator at this debate. There are no moderators. The best you get is a translator. In my opinion, these foreign leaders, they're not going to respect that. That's just my opinion. Maybe you'll say they'll have compassion and pity. But let me ask you, is compassion and pity something you want foreign leaders to feel for your president? So that's the question. It's a very serious question. It's one I think we need to answer sooner rather than later because November will be here before we know it. And again, like I said, I don't think we could handle another debate quite like that. But of course, that's my opinion. I want to hear what you all think. So let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. And also, you got to check out the CHRISTOSOPhy merch. I've got that down in the comment section below. It's a great way to support the channel. We are on our way to monetization so that I can continue to make these videos for you guys. So that's a great way to support. Thank you for watching, as always, as we continue to fight evil.